Everything in this video is alleged and for educational and entertainment purposes only. What it do? It's your boy, Sell It Sell, and we back in here with another episode of Juke City Legends. If you have not, please hit the like button, please subscribe to the channel. Alright gang, we back in here with another one. And this time, we're going to the coast with it. Moss Point, Mississippi. Stand up. Today, we're going to get into the story of an OG, a Mississippi legend, none other than Mr. Antonio Berry Sr., Moss Con, Big Dog. Before we get started, I want to say shout out to Mr. Antonio Berry Sr. From what I heard, real guy, stand-up individual. What made me drop the video on Mr. Tony Berry was, of course, my subscribers. They got down in the comment section. It mentioned Tony Berry is one of the big dogs that come out of Mississippi. So I did my research on him. And when I say he a big dog, he really was a big dog. Tony Berry hails from Moss Point, Mississippi, Pascagoula area, the coast. He had a run in the 80s, in the early 90s. In 1992, he was arrested by the feds and ended up getting a life sentence. But what makes Mr. Berry's story interesting is that he was able to come home after doing 25 years in the feds. Did no telling, but what he did was fight back, getting them law books, and he gave back life. When I'm talking about Tony Berry was a big dog, he was a big dog, had all type of businesses. From my understanding, allegedly, had M's out the game. Smart dude, ended up writing a book called Coast Players. Y'all need to go check that out if y'all really want to know the real story of Tony Berry. Y'all go out there and buy that book, man, Coast Players by Tony Berry. But I'm gonna let him speak in his own word. Let's get it.
What led to your arrest?
Led to my arrest, at the time, previously, I was involved in that drug activity. I slowed my life down. I had several businesses that I owned. I backed all the way up. I stopped doing what I was doing and started going to church. And a friend of mine came to me one day, needed a favor. And I did him a favor. And I let him send a guy that I know out to Texas to purchase some drugs. On the guy way back, he get busted. He get busted in Anahuac, Texas, outside of Beaumont. The guy called me. And I asked him, I said, what you call me for? Why you didn't call the other people? And he said he broke down, needed some money. I said, well, the best thing I can do for you, get you a room and call me in the morning. So he called me the next morning and said the guy can't fix the car. First he told me to send him some money. I sent him $150. And wasn't no money. He called another guy named one of my friends. I said, he didn't send you no money. I sent you that money, not knowing it was a setup. So that's when the agent went to pursue him. Oh, you told us there was such and such, but who was him? Who was that guy? And then he gave him my name. Then he went to revealing all what we had done in the past. So, but before then, he told me he broke down. I sent a truck driver out there to pick him up. I went and got a guy. I said, man, I got a friend that's broke down in Beaumont. But he bring his car home. He got something in it. The guy told me, say, I'm not worried about that. I'm just towing the car. I don't get involved in that. You keep it where it go. I go get the car, bring the car back. I said, okay. Did it. But when the guy made it out there, that's when we found it was a setup. It was a major setup. He was trying to draw everybody in to Texas. He was trying to draw everybody in. And that was in November of 91. They come back in 92 and indicted me.
Tony, walk us through that day that...
I was in Georgia, and my ex-wife, we had moved to Georgia, go to a fish market. But I had a sporting goods store in a music store in some apartments in Morris Point, Mississippi. So after we had moved to Georgia, we moved everything up there. She come back home to get some of the stuff that we had left to bring back to Georgia. And I was in Georgia. So I was gone one morning. I come to the house and I picked the phone up and called, and the man answered the phone. I hung up, thought I dialed the wrong number. So I called back, and the man answered the phone again. So I hung up. I called my mom's house. A man answered the phone. He thought I was my stepfather, Richard. He said, "Who is this, Richard?" I said, "Yeah," like that. So he get mom on the phone. I said, "Mom," I said, "What's going on?" She said, "I'm okay. They just tearing my house up." And at this time, me not know it, they had seized my business, was searching my businesses, searching my homes there, searching my mom home. So what I did, I just fled out. I fled my home in Georgia, not knowing what was going on. So I kind of stayed on the run for about 4 or 5 days till I contacted an attorney, and I turned myself in.
Was it the same attorney that we're talking about, or a different attorney?
No, different attorney. The first ones I had out of Pascagoula, it was in Pascagoula. He set everything up. I turned myself into the state because at the time we didn't know the feds had charges. He said select some state charges, and that was it. So I turned myself in to Jackson County, Mississippi courthouse. Go to the hearing. Prosecutors sought to deny me bond, but due to my family ties and my support, and even the bonding company that was there had knew my family all our lives. He said, I have no reason not to bond Mr. Beard. So they gave me a $500 bond, went downstairs, I made the bond. I was walking out the courthouse, and the agent come in and said, hold it, put him back in there. They got a federal warrant on it. Feds got a hold on it. And they put me back in the holding cell and gave me a life sentence, sentenced me to life. It's life without parole.
And the other defendants, what were their sentences?
Oh man, some come out. Most was home in less than 8 years. Eight. The most one did was 10. 10 years. Yeah, the most. I'm talking about some of the main corporates, some of the ones that was deeply engulfed with me when I was doing it. Some been in prison 2-3 times before I can get out one. And they had criminal records. So it's not a fair system, man. There's no way you can look at that. You got guys that been in prison 2-3 times before I go to prison and my co-defendant, and it's still going back and forth to prison. And you tell me it's justice. The government offered me 8 years to be back home in 5. But they wanted me to do the things I wasn't willing to do. They wanted me to just hurt people or just tell on people. Now, I could have became a snitch back then. I got locked up in 92. I've been home in 96, 97. Because some guy.
So basically, Mr. Berry ended up getting off because he found some insufficiencies in his trial. It was some funny business going on with one of the lawyers. It was some funny business going on with the trial in general. But to get more details about the situation, I would encourage you to go and check out his book. Go and check out his product. Because like I say, this guy right here was a smart individual. He ended up doing 25. He ended up coming home, making a lot of moves. And it's looked as a hometown hero in South Mississippi. And like I always say, we never encourage or try to promote anything negative, but we're just telling the history of Mississippi. So man, shout out to the OG, man, Tony Berry. Shout out to all my people out there in Moss Point, Pascagoula, the coast. Y'all keep on doing your thing, man. If y'all want me to make videos about certain people, y'all get down in them comments, man. And make sure whatever we speaking on is something that's already out there. We ain't speaking on nothing that nobody got it active. We ain't speaking on nothing that ain't never been told. Everybody that I speak about, their story out there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We never gonna disrespect nobody. We never gonna lie. We never gonna make up stuff. We never gonna do nothing to hurt these people's situation. Everything we speaking on already out there. But with that being said, it's your boy Silly Cell with Juice City Legends. We checking out. Peace.